Hi there, this is Mark Idelman, speech-language pathologist, and welcome to the teaching of talking. This video is about Aphasia Rescue. And you might be thinking, Aphasia Rescue, what do you mean? Well, we can all think in our imaginations of a rescue. Maybe a boat out at sea that's sinking, or maybe a situation that a person is in and he or she has almost given up hope, and somebody or something comes along and there's a rescue, and that person is saved from whatever dilemma they happen to be in. And there's so many wonderful stories and wonderful movies about rescues, and it makes us all feel pretty good most of the time when we're seeing a film that describes or shows the story of a rescue. Well, this particular video is about Aphasia Rescue. And in the problem of aphasia, there are many who are in need of rescue. There's the spouse, or there's the family member who all of a sudden has been thrust into an unfathomable situation where they've probably never been in one such as like that before. They have no experience with this whole endeavor of aphasia, of stroke, of craniotomies, of blood clots, of rehabilitation, of difficulty walking, of paralysis, of speech loss, of inability to comprehend or read or write. And the caregiver also has a concern about livelihood, possibly about who's going to be taking care of the bookkeeping or the income or the investments or the savings accounts or anything like that. And quite often in the rehabilitation period following a stroke or aphasia, the individual with aphasia and the family come across people in the rehabilitation field, people who are familiar with aphasia, occupational therapy, physical therapy, and they may have had experience for many years working with individuals who are like this. And I can't tell you how many stories and how many wonderful things family members have said about their therapists who seem to have rescued them, who seem to have listened, who seem to have taken a personal interest in the individual with aphasia. And not only a personal interest, but many therapists have the skills and the experience of showing a person out of the aphasia wilderness. And so what I want to share with you today is the importance of finding that person who can help rescue you out of a very debilitating and a very significant medical problem that affects almost every aspect of an individual's life who has aphasia. And not only does it affect the individual's life, but equally so his or her family and spouse. And so what this little video is about taking the time to make sure that you find that person, that guide, who can help guide you out of the woods, help guide you out of the wilderness, who can rescue you, who can teach you, who can guide you in the things that you can do to help that individual at home with aphasia or stroke, who can help teach you about movement, who can help teach you about physical exercise, about the mobility of the limbs, if there's paralysis or if there's weakness of the hand or the arm of the leg. And then there's the physical therapist who can help and rescue the individual so that he or she may be able to walk again and be able to travel through the various mazes of living, be able to ambulate, be able to walk through the house, into the car, out into the community, upstairs, downstairs. All of this is so mind-boggling. So my suggestion to you is to make sure that you find that person in each one of those disciplines, in speech therapy, in physical therapy, in occupational therapy, who can rescue your loved one and who can help teach you the basic and the most vital information that will help you help your loved one or someone you care for recover their speech, recover their walking, recover their movement. And if you can find that person who's willing and who's motivated to help you, that's so, so, so critical. Somebody who, it's not a job to them, it's a career to them, it's a purpose for them, it's a reason why they get up in the morning, so that when your husband or your wife or your loved one has the opportunity to come into contact with them, not only them, but you too will be guided and educated, because that's what we do as healthcare providers in the rehabilitation field. This is Mark Idelman, speech-language pathologist. I hope you've liked this little video, and if you have, please give us a thumbs up. And just hopefully just know that if you ever have a therapist that that you're not sure if they can help really rescue you in the process, please keep looking. Please find that person. And it doesn't only apply to various therapists. It also applies to caregivers. In some cases, you may have to have a loved one cared for by a professional caregiver who may have to come into the house. That person also is so, so, so very important and can make the difference between a person's life after aphasia and stroke being happy or being frustrated, anxious, and depressed. It's the rescuers, it's the therapists, it's the caregivers, it's the loved ones, it's the spouses that make all the difference. This is Mark Idelman, speech-language pathologist. If you've liked this little video, you can sign up for weekly blogs and videos below this video. And we also provide seminars in continuing education and mentoring to caregivers and loved ones and therapists who are interested in the whole bag of rehabilitation, the whole focus of rehabilitation, the whole career and relationship that we have the privilege of having and the privilege of teaching you and helping you, and yet at the same time you teach us also. So we hope you've liked this video. You can contact us through our website at theteachingoftalking.com. You can find out about our products, where you can learn how to stimulate speech and language at theteachingoftalking.com. We'll have a link to that underneath also. So come join our community. We also have a Facebook page, and every day I try to post something that will help you, something that will teach you. And so I wish for you and your family a very wonderful day today, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye now.